Hey everyone, thanks for checking in. Just relaxing after a really awesome day. Today was my first flex day. I talk a little bit more about this right now, but I'm just drinking some bone broth. Great way to kind of relax after a hard day. And you can check out one of my other previous videos where I discuss why you should be drinking bone broth and how to make it. But I had a great CBL session today, new cluster, which is always kind of hard transition. It's every 5 weeks you have kind of a cluster, and they switch it up, and it's kind of frustrating, but it's very good for your learning because once you get very comfortable with the group, they make you switch it up, kind of go through that process again, learn how to function well in a group. And then I got my first opportunity to kind of try out the Gold's Gym on campus at UBC. It's 100% the best gym on campus. If you're into working out and you're able to, and the membership prices they give you a good rate, definitely check it out. But afterwards, I got to do our flex, which is kind of our flexible learning where we can do any kind of research project, anything scholarly of our interest. And for me, I'm doing it at the Inspire Cancer Clinic, which is now all across British Columbia, and it's very like an integrative cancer care. They have physicians, they have exercise physiologists or kinesiologists, they have counselors, and they have nutritionists, dietitians, and holistic excuse me, I just repeated myself, but nutritionists. So it's a very integrated supportive care. So it's not supposed to replace the oncologist team. You still get your chemotherapy, surgery, radiation. And it's not to replace the family physician, but it's just to act as another supportive care center where you kind of where you're viewing the patient from a more holistic view. And today while I was there, I got to go to like a fireside evening talk where I kind of get introduced to kind of what they do, and it's open to the general public. And also they gave me this really cool kind of this worksheet they've done, and of just describing their philosophy. And I just like to quickly read something from just the introduction and the things. I thought it was very awesome. They can say what they do much better than I can. Because about Inspire Health. Inspire Health was founded by two medical doctors in 1997 with the intention of providing person-centered care and supportive health and well-being to people living with cancer and their families. Our approach is wisdom-based and research-informed and respects patients' choice. Inspire Health continues to be a working model of supportive cancer care that is inspiring change in our health system towards a system that embraces self-responsibility, health and well-being, empowerment, and self-care as primary components of care. As you can tell, this is exactly right down my alley if you watch any of my videos. And I also have a really cool kind of first front page that has this really awesome quote by Albert Einstein. I just like to share that as well because it's very thought-provoking. So it says, a human being is part of a whole, called by us the universe, a part limited in time and space. He experiences himself, his thoughts and feelings as something separated from the rest, a kind of optical delusion of his consciousness. This delusion is a kind of prison for us, restricting us to our personal desires and to affection for a few persons nearest us. Our task must be to free ourselves from this prison by widening our circles of compassion to embrace all lives, living creatures, and the whole of nature in its beauty. And this was by Albert Einstein. Just awesome quote. It kind of builds off what I'd really like to talk about today, which is progress over perfection. This is just an awesome kind of mantra that one of my best friends from undergrad from Boston University, we were training partners together, sent me this really great article by the Harvard Business Review, and it kind of talked about how to not burn out when kind of you're pursuing as a working professional in a very high stakes environment, and it was progress over perfection. And today was very interesting day, and it really forced me to kind of focus on this because the end of next week I was kind of getting in my head. I was kind of like comparing myself and just aiming for that perfection, as most people who are very high achievers aim for that perfection, but it could just lead you to a path of very disappointment because you're never going to be perfect. Things are always going to not go as well. You could always be better, but it's progress over perfection. And so this morning, I forgot to change my alarm because I have a little bit of black tape on it so the light doesn't bother me at night. So I got up this morning and my alarm clock's kind of cool because it shines the light that kind of wakes you up instead of using sound. So I'm waking up and I'm like, oh, I feel so rested. I look at my watch, I'm like, oh shit, it's 7. And usually I would be super anxious, oh crap, and I'd be like, oh, you dummy, and I'd be like, oh, why didn't you change the alarm? I'd be like, oh, I can't get my morning routine in my whole morning. Then this one I was kind of, okay, took a big breath, okay, it's 7, what do I have to do? I just, okay, in a bit of a rush, just did what I did. Okay, what's the minimum I have to do? Then make my morning tea, get ready, boom, 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 get out of the house in 10 minutes. Usually takes me about an hour to get ready, so driving got a little bit anxious, but progress over perfection. Just do what you can. And usually this would have completely flustered me, would have ruined my whole day. I would have been ruminating over it, being so angry. So remember, progress over perfection, right? And I was recently listening to this awesome podcast by Tim Ferriss, and he had this a Navy SEAL vet on it, and he talked about what kind of helped him survive kind of the hardships and being in war, and now he's transitioned to a very successful entrepreneur. And he said, in our training, we're always taught to have a mantra that kind of help keep us centered and focused. So when we start to kind of go all AWOL and we kind of lose focus and we lose our cool, it's that mantra that brings us back. And it's different for everyone, but progress over perfection is the one I really like. So it may be something that helps you, and I hope it did. If it did, comment below and let me know how it helped you. I hope you enjoyed this video a lot. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to continue following my journey through medical school. Thank you.